Hi, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. Mercy, look at my desk. This is because I'm trying to find some prompts that go together for our Inspired to Create challenge. This one's stumping me. This one is stumping me. Yeah, you see all kinds of goodies on my desk, huh? Anyway, where do I start? Well, let's start with the word. And I already have, this is the third week, I do believe. Allison and I decided to do something a little different this week. And I know that her video she is not able to make hers this week, so it will be late. But we have decided for this week, this is usually the week where we have like a friend pick our prompts, or we've had y'all pick a prompt, you know, on a live or whatever. But this time we decided to do something a little different. We decided to do the same prompts. We have not done that yet. We've done the same word, but different prompts. So what we did, and it's a long word, y'all. What we did was I picked half of them and she picked half of them. So together they make it's an awesome conglomeration. So I'm just going to show them to you. The word for the week is barbecue. Yeah, so we divided it up and we have border, Aida cloth, rust, butterfly, embroidery floss, cork, upside down, and edible. So, yeah, I'm a little stumped. I mean, some of them are easy, and it's the way it always is with prompts. Some of them are really easy, and some of them just seem to stump you a little more than others. And you never know. I think it's not the particular word or whatever that stumps you. It's how it goes together with what you have in your mind, you know. Anyway, you know how this goes. So, Aida cloth is, if you don't know, it's basically, I think, it's cross-stitch, like a cross-stitch cloth. So, we've had so many A's and so many E's, and we're trying to do unique things, and yeah, we have to double up on some of them, but that was one we hadn't had before. Borders, I'm going to go through and kind of run down my options. Edible kind of threw me for a loop, this one, only because of the vision that I had with the top prompts. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can make that work with those. I can make that work with those. Edible stumped me. And I'm not going to, okay, edible would be easy if it wasn't for the Aida cloth. So it's not edible's fault. It's the combination of the two. So I'm struggling with that part. But anyway, we're going to make this work. And I think I have some ideas. I'm going to show you, like I always do, I'm going to show you what my, what options I pulled. I mean, I have lots of options, but these are just the ones that I've pulled within my reach. Oh, by the way, my video is late. I'm hoping it makes it out by Wednesday night. My niece is back in town, and we totally gutted my craft room yesterday. And then I thought, oh dear, I need to make a video. Well, I had to find all my stuff first. So anyway, so I'm a little discombobulated. But here we go. Now, this has nothing to do with, this is that Tim Holtz tissue paper. I think it's the newest one, and I'm dying to use it. So it might just get used for background, but I have it setting to the side just in case. So let's go ahead and start with the edible stuff. Because obviously edible is easy as a prompt on its own, right? I mean, it's anything food related, anything, you know, beverage, whatever. So I have lots of options. Some don't fit on the page, like this one. Do I make a grape border? Well, that's really cute, right? That would be a really cute border, and that would be two of my prompts. Okay, then what in the world do I do with the Aida cloth? Because what I planned on doing for my border did involve the Aida cloth. So you see where I'm struggling with that? But anyway, so I have grapes, I have crackers, or whatever it is, cornbread taste, now bite size. Okay, home style cornbread club crackers. have some twice baked potatoes. I have a giant hamburger. I have these corn pop cheesy corn thingies. I have some lettuce. I liked that border too. That was fun. Anyway, and I have this. So I'm like, but what do I do with it? How do I make these all kind of cohesive, you know? Because again, in my brain, we're living in my world here. Oh, and I have popsicles. We're living in my world, and things need to make sense in my brain. Luckily, if you watched my thrifty haul, luckily I had just gotten this handy dandy little Food Network magazine. So I found a bunch of stuff in it. So for border, my options are, now I'm going to tell you my options, but I already kind of know what I'm going to do for a border if it works. So, but this was, it's cross stitch. I thought it was appropriate. It's borders and alphabets. And it's got some cute borders in here. You know, something like that. These would make great tags too. I didn't realize I had it until I unearthed it in the clean out. So I have that. I have my embroidery floss. I have, the only cork I have to use is this one little cork. And when I had to use cork before, I inked it up and I stamped with it. I don't own any other cork products. So my options are very limited there. I already showed you the Ada cloth. For borders, I have some trim. This is kind of like that eyelash yarn, or it's a very yarn feeling. Anyway, I pulled it all the way out because I didn't want this blue. I wanted this kind of rust color because, well, you know, rust. And I also have this. It's on a roll like this. It's an old, it's probably upholstery, not probably, I'm sure it is, upholstery trim. But I thought that would make a good border. Okay, I think that's it because that's plenty for borders. And, okay, rust threw me. And, yeah, I'm the one that picked that one. I thought any other time I have something that's covered in rust on this property somewhere. Do you think I could find one yesterday? Nope. So, finally, after searching, I looked at my grandmother's stuff, and lo and behold, there is a rusty safety pin. So, yay, because I even had my husband digging. He found a corroded nickel, a corroded old, if you know what Chuck E. Cheese is, it's an old Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm like, that's not really rust. That's more like oxidation or erosion, corrosion. I had a button. I finally found a button that had a little bit of rust on it. I'm like, I really don't want a button in my journal if I can help it. And he finally dug me up a washer with some rust on it. So, but I had then found that safety pin, and the safety pin was really what I wanted anyway. So, what else do we have? I had that out just in case I need it, but I don't think I do. So I'm going to kind of put that back up in my drawer. Upside down is upside down. Something's going to have to be upside down. Yep. So that one's kind of self-explanatory. Embroidery floss is self-explanatory. Butterflies. These are Tim Holtz die cuts. Yeah, were you surprised it's Tim Holtz? I was too, right? Yeah, Sizzix, Tim Holtz. Yep, right up my alley. So I cut out a couple of them, honestly, just in case I mess up. The first one or two I have back up. Not 100% sure. I have some ideas, but I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to use all of this stuff together. Because, I mean, I didn't have, other than the rusty item, and I had rust color, and that was my absolute backup plan if I had to do that, but I was trying not to do that. So, let's get started. There's going to be some fussy cutting involved, and there's going to be some sewing. This is liable to be a long video. So, go get yourself a cup of coffee, and we're going to start. So, I'm going to take, I'm not sure if I still want that color. Why am I getting that out? I don't know. Oh, I was going to show you my idea for a border. Now, this is my fallback, or the edible border, but keeping in the spirit of trying not to have, you know, one border count or one item count as 2 prompts. I was thinking about sewing this on with the embroidery floss, or, well, yeah, it has to be the embroidery floss because I didn't bring thread in here. So I was thinking about cutting a strip of this, sewing it on. I don't, if I can keep from sewing in my journal, because I will be using the next page. If I can keep from sewing in my journal, that would be great. So after looking at all my edible options, they're going to be the bulk of the page, I think. Because up until edible, my page could have been this big, and I could have made it all fit. So then trying to incorporate that. So I think I'm going to cut a strip that is about the width of my, or the height of my journal, and about that wide. And let's just start. And yes, I forgot my glasses, so I know I'm going to have to stop the video at some point anyway, which means I'm going to spend an hour editing this. The editing is not hard. It's the, I have to download it to my iPad, and there's never enough storage, and, you know, all those woes. It's not that I mind editing a video. I really don't. So if you edit videos and you're like, what's the big deal about editing? It's not that hard. It's time consuming, but it's a storage issue for me. Because it takes up 3 times the amount of storage as just being able to shoot a straight video. Let's see, actually almost 4 times. Okay, so I have that. And I'm going to have to cut this, as much as I hate to have to cut in the middle of this thing right here. If I'm going to use this color, I'm going to have to. And yes, I do want this color. Let me see if I can do this and not have my arms all up in the camera. Alrighty. I'm going to kind of get it even there. There we go. Alright, now I can move this off to the side. If that's too hard, then I can do this, but, and I liked this trim, and I could have just glued this straight onto the page, and I thought about doing that if I could have figured out what to do with the 8 cloth after that, you know what I mean? So now I'm gonna have to thread a needle without my glasses. Maybe I would stand a better chance of fussy cutting. So I know this will work. I can stitch it on. It shouldn't take me too long. But here is kind of what I thought. I was sort of thinking that I would, I have been so into glue books that I thought I would do kind of glue book style with all the food. And I have more if I need more. So I'm not sure if I'm going to, I'm almost tempted just to put this down like it is. Or maybe I'll cut a few of the, let me cut 1 or 2 out anyway. Is there anything on the back? Well, there's a peach. Do we need a peach? Nope, it's on the back side of this popsicle. It's going. I'm gonna start with this one. Well, I've done it now. I might have to cut out both of these, because one without the other will not work. Why am I using my big scissors, you ask? I don't know. So, but this will be fun to see whenever she can, you know, get around to making the video. This will be fun to see, you know, this will be the first time that we've done the exact same prompts. I almost, Allison, if you're watching, I almost cried uncle. Yep, I did. I almost cried uncle and said, we need to change out a couple of the prompts, but I'm doing it. I'm sticking with it. I can do it. So, here we go. And that is why I kind of wanted this color of the ribbon, or the whatever that stuff is called, And what was the other thing? Well, I don't remember. Oh, why I was considering using this. Because I thought, you know, if I had that on as a background, wouldn't that kind of be fun? The only problem is it's not wide enough. I mean, I can cut one in half and get it on semi-straight. That'll be all right. I guess I could do it in the middle and then, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of lay it there as I cut stuff out. I have more popsicles I can cut out later if I need them. I am going to go ahead and cut this out because even if I don't use it on here, I will use it somewhere. Glue book maybe. But I thought this would be fun to do kind of a food, you know, it's an excuse to do a glue book, a food glue book page. Not that I really needed an excuse to do that, but, you know, it's way more fun with an excuse. Alrighty, so cut this out. Actually, yeah, I've already started. Let me finish. I was thinking I probably should have started with that other border, or, you know, done the other border second, so I could see where that was going to land. But this one I'm kind of curious to see. I know it's not going to fit in its entirety, so let's see. I'm curious to see how big it's going to be. Okay, so if that's on one of the sides, I'm assuming this side, well, it almost completely fits. So I have the option of cutting off a little bit at the bottom or a little bit at the top. So we'll see how that goes. So we really wouldn't even need the background on that one. The only reason why I pulled this is for background. I thought, well, it will cover almost the whole page, and then I can, you know, just layer on top of it. So that's an option. I'm not going to fussy cut the lettuce. I'm just going to cut unless we need kebabs. But this was kind of what I was thinking, is just cutting around it like this. And, well, we still have kebabs. So, and then this sauce, I'm going to just put it to the side. Actually, the popsicle probably would look better over here with that. This one, well, it's not quite as wide as the page, but it's taller. I thought maybe one of these would look good on there. So, oh, those eggs are cute. Oh, good, I can have the eggs. Looky there, looky there. Eggs and watermelon slices. Well, can't cut straight. Okay, just in case we needed some eggs, I have some eggs. So let's cut one of these and see how we get. Oh, we have a coupon for Eggland's Best eggs. It expires in 2014. Just in case you needed to know how old this magazine was. Well, it was already. I think I had already told you it was from 2014. So, I'm thinking that this will at least be fun to do. And we'll hope it turns out okay. Are you you following along? Are you playing along? You might not want to do these prompts, but I challenge you to do them if you are up to the challenge. And you have access to all of these prompts. It would be fun to see everybody do the same prompts. And yeah, I'm not wild over that. Not wild about that lettuce background. Oh, I know what kind of background we can have. We can have a hamburger background. Yeah, let's move over lettuce. Yeah, I'm used to working with like square sides and so on and so forth, which I can square this hamburger off and then it'll take up this entire, I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut just this top off right here. Well, there we go. And cut this bottom and see where we're at. Alrighty, garbage. My garbage can is in a different place. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. So I'm gonna go with it and we're gonna glue her down, I think. We're gonna make our first commitment of this page. You're like, yay. Let's see if I can move this garbage can. Give me just a second. Okay. Hopefully I won't knock it over. But my floor is nice and vacuumed. So I'm trying to keep some of the little tidbits off of it as long as I can. Oh, and I have this my little trash can that Allison made me. I have that back. It had paints in it. I had paint stored in it, but I brought in, you know how I always say I don't have my art stuff in here? Well, I brought in my art cart. Still doesn't mean I have all of my art stuff in here, but I at least have the potential to have some of it. So, that'll be fun. I got my, well, I say my niece got my sewing machine in here. And she got my printer in here. So, yeah, we are cooking with Crisco, folks. Oh, but wait. This might be our upside down gig. Let's see. So, if I really wanted to use this, I could do this like across the top of this page. Come on, move over, whatever you are. I could, just for some background, and I could have a hamburger, whether it's right side up or upside down, and I could have that. Well, you know what? This one popsicle is upside down already. So let's flip that hamburger back over and get some square edges on the bottom so I don't have to use paper over there. And I think we can cover up the rest of it. That's what I'm thinking. Now, where do I need the, well, let's see. Where do I need popsicles? That's going to be right in that crease. Let's put this over here with the burger. And let's scoot that over a little bit, so I don't have a gap there. And then I'll have this here. So I might need a little something down here. How about some eggs? Some eggs, maybe? Sure. Not big enough. How about some kebabs? Oh, no, I have twice baked potatoes. Oh, and I have crackers. And I have grapes. Hold on. Wait a minute. These should be pretty easy to cut out. Yeah, I have grapes. Yeah. Yep, I have grapes. You know, I wish I had another one of these pictures, because this actually would be a cute border in your journal too. Or in my journal anyway. I don't know about your journal. But I would think it would be a cute border in anybody's journal. I'm not going to fussy cut the top part because, come on, popsicles, move over. I'm going to do that, and this is going to be covered up as soon as I stitch this down. This is going to be covered up like that. That's going to be aiming up or out, or however we aim it, I think, if my plan works. And then I can have eggs back here in the background, just if I need a little background piece right there. Yep, it's gonna work. And then my popsicles. Ta-da! All right, we have a food collage. Now, I'm sure I could find other food, but I've been wanting to use that paper anyway, like I said. So, all right, move over, everybody. Now I gotta remember how I had this. Like this, and like this, and like this. I think the large beverage goes down first. And I'm going to, how do I want to do this? I think I want to glue right about here. So I'm going to glue the paper, or I'm not going to cut it yet, and I'm going to put the glue in the book on the paper, not the tissue paper. Yeah, did that make sense? Okay. And then I guess I might as well put some here. Well, might as well just do the whole thing, huh? Sure, why not? What's the worst that can happen? It'll just dry out. Or it'll stick everything. Oh, yeah, I'm probably going to regret not putting some parchment paper under here. But I don't have time for regrets. I got to get this down. Okay. I can regret that later. Right there, and it's not up high enough. Come on. All right, this is going to be a hot mess. Yep, gonna be a mess. Okay. I just need it up just a little higher, because by the time I get over here, it's gonna be down way too low. All right, I might have to cut it down the middle. All right. I really don't want to, though. Well, you know what? Looks like we're just going to have part of a... Yep, and we're going to have wrinkles, and I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm not. But I'm trying to be. See, that's going to split anyway. But there we go. I'll have to come up with something up there, because that's going to drive me nuts. Not that it's a long drive, you know. Okay. Yay, I finally got to use that. I don't think I ended up using it in that the video when I was going to use it last. I don't know where my little scraper is, so I'm going to take my bone folder and do this and see if I can get some of those creases out, or make them smaller, or disappear, or something. Not bad. That right there is going to drive me a little batty. And this is not all the way glued. Now's a good time for a piece of parchment paper. Yes, it is. Well, all right. So yeah, if you're, if you dare, why don't you try the same prompts with us this week? Wouldn't that be fun to see all over YouTube and Instagram? See what everybody comes up with. I mean, we couldn't have picked a harder word. Well, yes, we could have, because barbecue apparently can be spelt with a Q or a C. And we very quickly opted for the C. All right, this is not even a prompt, so we're not anywhere close. Oh my goodness, we're halfway into the video. Ah! All right, I'm not going to get this done. Let's see. All right, this needs to go here, and I will trim later. And I know that the hamburger goes down here. So I need that to go right about there. Okay, so let's see, let me get another, I have another piece of parchment paper right here, because I think I need to glue this one down first. And I'm going to pull it down and probably take from the bottom rather than the top. You know, I've never had to break one of these videos into a two-part, but there is a first time for everything. Rather than have you sit through a hour-and-a-half long video, I could break it up into two pieces. Do I want it that far down? I don't know. There we go. I think this will work. What do we think? Awkward silence while I concentrate. But I have been having so much fun in the glue book. I mean, it's just been like this light bulb came on and now all I see are glue book images, you know? Anybody else that way? Well, I've been all in, you know, when I look at magazines, that's all I see. Or billboards or whatever. Doesn't have to be limited to magazine images. Junk mail, and I'm like, ooh, that could be a glue book. Ooh, that could be a glue book. Okay, let me make some room here. This is a big old hamburger, y'all. Big old hamburger. So let's see how fast we can put this glue book part. I mean, that's an awful lot of prompts for edible, but I didn't really know how else to make it work. And then I still have to incorporate some butterflies. Okay, I decided not to make the hamburger upside down, I think. And I decided to square this off right here at the edge of the bottom of the page. So I'm going to have some to cut off. Come on. There we go. I don't want, that's a brand new glue stick. I don't want it to dry out. Okay. I will trim all the extras off later. All right, so we're making some headway. All right, I think that, well, I think my eggs went something like that. Well, they're upside down. How would you know? I think I have grapes like that. And popsicle like that. So, yeah. All right, popsicle last, eggs first, or I could do the grapes first, but what would that look like? No, because I need the eggs over here. Oh, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But I am going to put the eggs down first, because that was just kind of an afterthought, just to fill a square. Right? Okay. All right, that's covered. Might need this over here now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, I'm gonna end up sticking it to the page after all. Okay, and I think grapes go next. I'm gonna put them up in that top corner. I'm gonna trim this little part off right here. and add some glue. Maybe or maybe not, I will, once things, if I end up having to edit this, because I'm doing okay without my glasses as of right now. It just depends on how hard it is for me to thread the needle when I finally get to the embroidery floss. If I ever get to the embroidery floss. There. Oh, get out of there. Alrighty. And I'm going to do it this way, because that one right there is already cut off. And all I need it to do is cover up this little section right here. So, okay. We're almost done with that. Let's see. It goes like that. Now just don't tear it, right? Because we all know I've done that. But, if I end up having to edit this, I may fast forward through this part. I don't know. So I might just be truly sitting here talking to myself. That's all right. I know you're with me in spirit. All right. We are all covered. So I'm going to trim. I can still add that corn pot. I think I need to add something else on that other side. Just trim that right there. Now these all have glue on them, so I want them to, you know, get stuck in there, right? And I could leave that hamburger and then put something on the other side of it. Tempted to do this. Let me trim this. I could even cut this little stick off, but I think we should go like that. There we go. All right, last thing to glue. Yes, this makes me want to do a glue book food page in my journal, or in my glue book now. Now whether or not to make a separate page for it. Oh, you know what? I have a washi tape in there that's bananas. I have washi tape in there that's bacon and eggs. Yeah. Sure, why not? I can do a food page in my glue book. That'd be fun. I don't know how it'll fit with a color theme, but I mean, this kind of has a color theme a little bit. It's very orange heavy. Might should have put that up, but anyway, at least that part of that shows. I didn't have to do that over here, but it's all right. I got to use my tissue paper. I may or may not cut this part off because it still is inside of my journal. So, okay, believe it or not, y'all, all we have is one prompt done. Yep. Technically speaking, I only have one prompt. So, I'm going to... No, two. I have upside down. Yay. All right, so I'm going to check those off just so I feel like I'm doing something. I have edible and upside down. Okay, apparently I'm starting from the bottom. And the cork, I still don't know where I'm going to put that. I do know what I'm going to do with this. Let me see if I have... I was going to use this color right here originally when I thought I was going to do something different. But, yeah, and I think for whatever reason I took all my thread out of here. So, that might be a winner. I just got that one. I have that orange. I have one more in here somewhere because I just got them. Well, where did it go? I guess it was more red than orange. Okay. Kind of got them grouped in colors, but... All right, this one may win. I got this one to do my August journal. Oh, this was the other one I got, and it's too pink. So I guess I'd rather use this one Yep. All right, there we go. It's cheaper embroidery floss, so I just assume use it. Then let's see, I don't even know. Do you know how it's been like 30 years since I've done this? I don't know how. 1, 2. Well, it works with bookbinding, so let's go with it for sewing this. And I think we're supposed to tear this apart, aren't we? Of course, I'm not so sure I can do that with this thread, because I don't think it's real embroidery thread. I'm going to try to do it with it. Let's see, I have a big needle in here somewhere. Aha. I can see it. Yeah, it's been since, like, no joke, like the 90s. Probably since I've cross-stitched. Yeah. I mean, possibly a little bit after that, but anything, I mean, well, let's see, the 80s, I was in high school in the late 80s. I gotta turn my fan on, give me just a second. I did a couple big projects in high school for a class. And, all right, now don't judge me on my, okay, this is the first time that, other than doing like bookbinding, I have not, let me see, I think I have to make a knot here. I should have practiced. I have not been willing to do any slow stitching. I had kind of gotten into or interested in slow stitching right before my hand, you know, that happened with my hand when I lost the use of it. So I had just, let's do this one. Maybe? No, let's do this one. And I was just going to start doing some slow stitching. What was that about? It's been about 2 years now. And I thought about running a little bead of glue down here, but just to hold it in place while I attempt to stitch it. Anyway, so I can't talk and do anything. This is going to be very loose. Well, it's not going to be anything, because I started in the wrong spot. All right. Anyhow, and then I wasn't comfortable doing it on a video. So let me do this and come up in a different place. All right, now I should be able to get it looped over. So I was just now at the point where I think I can do a little bit of this on camera. So no judging my, this is not actual cross stitch. I'm just trying to stitch it on. This was not necessarily what I was going to do with the embroidery floss, though. Was the point I was going to eventually make. Yes, I'm doing very big stitches because we're like, how far into the video? I'm thinking I'm gonna bring out the, yeah. That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So anyway, all I was saying is no judging my sewing, because I don't sew anymore. All right, let me try, I'm gonna try some quick drying tacky glue, because I had a different plan for the embroidery thread, was what I was gonna say eventually. And I cannot talk and sew at the same time. I did just learn that just now. So you were the first to witness that. So there will likely be no sewing videos on this channel. Yeah, let's try this. Oh, hi, big glob of glue. I did not expect that to come out that globbish. When it dries, if I so feel the need, I can go get my other thread, actual thread, and just kind of stitch it on. But I think this will be sufficient, maybe. Okay. I'm hoping it will be. Or not. Okay, that doesn't apparently close. What in the world happened to that? I need something heavy to put on it. There we go. Okay, so that's my border. If all else fails, we're going to use this. If that, oh no, I've got to use that because of my 8 o'clock. Okay, so let me jump to what I was going to do with the embroidery thread and the cork. And this is kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking about decorating this. Let's use spice marmalade. I was thinking about decorating. Can you see over here? Yes. Okay. I was thinking about decorating this butterfly. Well, perhaps I should have gotten a little more ink on the... There. Okay, so now I've now used cork. And I can add a few up here if I really want to. And then I wanted to do... thought about inking the edges. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Just a little bit. Just for effect. Okay. And since I had the ink out, I might as well, right? Okay, these are my practice ones. Or those are my extras just in case my first one doesn't work out so well. And what else? I was going to take that embroidery cloth, or the embroidery thread. Embroidery thread. I need just a little smidge of glue. I'm doing the art glitter glue so it dries faster, because I need this to dry pretty quick. Oh, I forgot that one was clogged. Duh. My art glitter glue is in the other room. All right. So I need you to dry. Bam, fast. Or at least just hold long enough for me to do this. Nope. Come on. Oh, I could have used tape. Yeah, duh. I still can. Yeah. Well, hold on. I have to cut said tape. Okay. Because it was too wide. There we go. Yay, tape. Anyway, this is what I was thinking I would do with the embroidery thread, seeing as how we've already used embroidery thread in a couple different ways. I thought I would make his body out of the thread. Maybe. A little bit. I don't have to have that much, but I was just trying to cover. And then I can cut there. Should I keep some for like an antenna? Sure. Sure, why not? I know I didn't cut it, but I don't have two hands. Okay. All right, so he has a body and antennas. And whoop, one is longer than the other. We gotta do some antenna surgery. Oh, I probably should have used black thread, huh? Duh. I already had the orange pulled off though. And let's see if this dried. Okay, note to self, tacky glue does not dry very fast. All right, let's pretend it did, and it's going down here like that. I'm gonna glue that down, and then I'm going to, because we are almost at an hour, I will fight with the glue later. Let me get my, well, let me get my rusty safety pin here. And I'm going to pin this to here, somewhere. Alrighty. It's just not dry. It may hold, it's just not dry. I can still feel the dampness of the glue. So that was kind of my idea. And yeah, I did the butterfly upside down too. And the popsicle. So we have, all right. Feel like I've run a marathon. We have border. I don't really like this, by the way. But that wasn't my original use or my original intention as what to do with the Aida cloth. But, you know, we have to kind of make concessions, right? Okay, so I have border, I have Aida cloth, I have rust, a butterfly, embroidery floss, the cork, upside down, and the whole thing is edible. Well, not the whole thing. I wouldn't eat a butterfly. But anyway, so there we have it. And I think we're going to keep letting this hamburger hang off the side. That glue is eventually going to dry. And I think we're actually done. I did not think at 30 minutes that I was even going to come close to getting that done. But, ta-da, here we are. So what do you think? Like I said, when that dries, I may go back and take some orange, just regular thread, and just do a little whip stitch just to make sure it stays, and then I'll glue the Aida cloth on. But that was kind of what I was thinking with all of this. I love the back, the edible. Okay, this is how this works. Edible was what stumped me, but it ended up being the most fun part of the page. So don't let these prompts scare you too hard or too bad, okay? Just kind of find some options and just start cutting stuff and putting stuff down. And just try it. And I challenge you to use... Ooh, I need to put that needle back. I challenge you to use these prompts along with Allison and myself. Or Allison and me. And we will see you in the next video. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you to use the Inspired to Create hashtag. And tag me and tag Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. Okay? Now you can go. Bye. Have a great day.